All right, welcome back to 9.1. Here's another example of writing a recursive formula. So we've been given the following series or the following sequence, and we want to figure out a recursive formula for this sequence. So we need to figure out what pattern is going on in order to make this sequence. So if I look at this, I can see that here I'm adding 1 or I'm multiplying by 2. Here I'm adding 4 or I'm multiplying by 3. So I'm just looking at patterns, what kind of patterns are going on here. So let's make notes so we don't get confused. So this would be adding 1, or times 2, to get from 1 to 2, or sorry, from 2 to 6, or we're either adding 4 or we're multiplying by 3. To get from 6 to 24, we're either adding 8 or we're multiplying by 4. To get from 24 to 120, we're either adding 96 or multiplying by 5. So at this point, I would say that the pattern being involved with the multiplying is way more likely because we just made a major jump with the adding, right? So that is not looking like that's going to be our pattern, but here we're multiplying by 5 to get from 24 to 120, we're multiplying by 5. To get from 120 to 720, we're multiplying by 6. So notice how the number that we're multiplying by is going up each time. So to get from term 1 to term 2, we multiplied by 2. To get from term 2 to term 3, we multiplied by 3. To get from term 3 to term 4, we multiplied by 4. To get from term 4 to term 5, we multiplied by 5. And to get from term 5 to term 6, we multiplied by 6. So what it looks like to me is that we're multiplying by whatever the next term number is. So if I want a n, I need to multiply by n. I'm multiplying something by n. So to get to term 6, right, I multiplied by 6. So to get to term n, I'm multiplying by n. But what am I multiplying by n? Well, I'm multiplying the previous term by n. So remember, the previous term is always going to be in your formula somewhere. So I'm multiplying the previous term by n. And then I also need to state, sorry, that's supposed to be a multiplication symbol, but it didn't turn out very good. Let's see if I can get that a little bit better. Okay. I also need to state the first term in order to have a complete recursive formula, because I always need to know a term, because I have to have something to plug in originally. So this is going to be my recursive formula. I'm taking the previous term and I'm multiplying it by the number of the next term. So in other words, if I wanted term 7, right, if I wanted the next term, term 7 would be 720 times 7, right? 720 times 7. I would take the previous term and multiply it by the term number is what we're saying here. Okay, hopefully that helps, and I will see you in the next video.